I'm not going to summarize everything, but I'm going to read because it's based on 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1 and 10. So, based on the Bible, it talks about in order for us to leave our earthly body to obtain a new body, we have to have faith in Christ, and Jesus is the only way. Okay? So, I just want you all to hear this. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1 to 10. For we know that when this earthly tent, which is our body, we live in is taken down, that is, when we die, leave this earthly body, we will have a house in heaven, an eternal body made for us by God himself and not by human hands. We grow weary in our present bodies, and we long to put our heavenly bodies like new clothing. For we will put on heavenly bodies. We will not be spirits without bodies. While we live in these earthly bodies, we groan and sigh, but it's not what we want to. It's not that we want to die and get rid of these bodies that clothe us. Rather, we want to put on our new bodies so that these dying bodies will be swallowed up by life. God himself has prepared us for this, and as a guarantee, he has given us his Holy Spirit. So we are always confident, even though we know that as long as we live in these bodies, we are not at home with the Lord. For we live by believing and not by seeing. Yes, we are fully confident, and we would rather be away from these earthly bodies. For then we will be at home with the Lord. So whether we are here in this body or away from this body, our goal is to be pleased. Our goal is to please him. For we must all stand before Christ to be judged. We will each receive whatever we deserve for the good or evil we have done in this earthly body. So to sum it up, just to let you guys know, friends and family, children, grandchildren, okay, of your loved one, your mom, your grandma, your great-grandma, okay? As she believed in Christ, this is her earth body, okay, it's here. As soon as she leaves her breath, she's in the presence of God. So in order for us to be in the presence of the Lord and be with your loved one, we must have Christ in our lives. That's the only way. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So for you to be here, you're grieving. It's understandable. But the main important thing is for you to have Christ in your life. So that way, in time, you will receive a new body and you will be in the presence of the Lord and with your loved ones. Now, I want to read her story. And then I'm going to give it to the family. The surviving family, her story. She was born in Laos in Nam Ta. Her father's name is Jimsing Setter. Her mother's name is Wang Yao. She was married twice. First husband was Yao Guang Yongguang, and who passed away in August of 1985. Her current husband is Wen Fin Sefong, who's still with us today. She was the last living of her 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister. She's the youngest of the family. She has 12 children, total 6 living daughters, 1 who passed, and 5 living sons. She has a total of 30 grandchildren, 1 who passed. Over 43 living grandchildren, 1 who passed, and 11 great-grandchildren. And I can see that all her children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren are here and well-loved, and she has put a really impactful life that she lived with all of you. So hopefully you won't forget that, okay? Remember her forever, okay? Thank you so much. That's all I want to share. I'm going to give it up to Stephen and the family.
Good morning, everyone. For the ones that are not familiar with me, I'm Stephen Se Chow, also known as Chai Kwan Se Chow. Hunting's most favorite and handsomest son. But please don't tell my siblings. As most of you know, my mom passed away peacefully at my home Friday the 26th around 6:41 at age 77. She was surrounded by most of her children, family, and friends. That was her last request for me. She said, Achai, if I pass, please let me pass home. I said, Mom, as long as there's a breath in me, you will never have to worry. You are not going nowhere, I promise. No matter how hard or how long, I will be there to hold you up when you can't hold yourself up. Now I'm standing here clear-minded and clear-hearted, knowing I kept my promise and done my duty as her son. Some might say it's a burden to take care of aging parents. I say it's a blessing. Today we are gathered here to lay her to rest and to honor her life. I want us to leave here today remembering who my mom was. My mom went through many trials in her life, from losing both her parents at a very young age, losing her first child, and losing her first husband. And as years went past, she went through other hardship like raising her kids through poverty and having to undergo multiple surgeries. Over 15 surgeries, I believe. At one point in her life, she even got hit by a train, shattering her left arm bone. Her left humerus bone, leaving her with one good working hand. I say if cat has 9 life, she must have been a mountain lion. But I tell you this, even with that one good arm, she can move and do things with the best of them. And whoever was unlucky enough to ever experience trying to wrestle something from her hand, they would tell you. She had a black belt in arm wrestling. Given that, we nicknamed that hand the grip of death. If you don't believe me, ask my wife now. Even in her deathbed, she still had us screaming, let go! But no matter the loss she took or what she endured in her life, she always smiled. Everyone that was fortunate enough to know her, know how kind, loving, and sweet of a person she truly was. She never judged or said anything bad about anyone. Always welcoming people into her home with that one good arm. And when she left, she always said her famous words, I love you, okay? Even while living in the Meadows apartment, the people around the neighborhood also gave her a nickname, Mama's Son. I did not come to realize until I got older that my mom never owned any escorts. This short eulogy is just a small portion of who my mom was and what she went through in life. I am thankful to be her son because of her unconditional love and support and who she was as a person and made me who I am today. I am forever grateful. As I close out this eulogy, I want to give thanks to all the people in our local men church who came through, whether in physical, mental, financial support. My family, I truly appreciate it and will never be forgotten. I want to give thanks to Pastor John Joy and Yao Burns Afong and Mike Fon for speaking on our behalf. And a very special thanks to my brother, Kosu and Kona and their spouses, Sunyam and Nanyam, for being a light that guides us out of the dark. Appreciate it. I want to thank my siblings and my niece and nephew for coming together every day. I know mom's looking down and saying, you bums really did it. Y'all was able to get together to lay me to rest. Last but not least, I want to thank my awesome wife, Christina, which name is Nice Chow. She's the true MVP to all this. She's the main one that took care of mom and the one and was with her around the clock before her passing. Thank you, my love. And mom, if you listen, I hope we made you proud. Know that we miss you. Know that we love you very much. We will see you one day. Go and rest now. We'll take it from here. Thank you for everything. Thank you, guys.
ใส่ของตัวเนียนสาวบุเยี่ยมเราต่อบัวโลแต่บัวได้หรือว่าเจ้าก็หลอกอะไรสิ่งที่นุ่งต่อนี่และสิ่งใส่ยีดาวลิงบนฝากสิ่งตองเบอร์ยินโยแปงออนต้าเท้าเฟย
You should probably fix the mic before you leave.
เสียเฟย
Does it work? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if I can beat that eulogy. But don't tell my siblings I'm actually the favorite one. Okay? All right. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate my beautiful mother's memory and her life. Those who know my mother personally knows that she's very happy to see everyone here. You know, as we all know, my mother's not perfect, but to me, she was the best mom I could ever have. I know she did her best that she could for us. Although life was rough and we were poor, my mom always made sure that me and my little brother Stephen were well fed, and that's why we're so fat. Okay? Until this day, I can still remember my mom saying to us, "Eat all your rice. I don't want people to think I don't feed you guys." And that's a true story. So, when we moved from Oakland to Visalia, my older siblings moved away. So it was always me, Stephen, and my mom. I would like to say we're like the Three Musketeers. One of the most happiest moments I can remember is when it was the first of the month and we got our welfare check and our food stamps. me and my little brother would get so excited because we knew we got paid. My mom would give Stephen and I $100 each to do whatever we want. Can you imagine being 10 years old and having $100? I don't even know what I did with it. I think we bought junk food and toys, except clothes. Right? Now, but anyways, it wasn't even the $100 that made me happy. It was the time I got to spend with my mom. That's what made me happy. I remember my mom, Stephen, and I would take the city bus to Food for Less and go crazy shopping for food. She would let us pick whatever we wanted, and then we would push 1 or 2 pushing carts, Food for Less pushing cart home. And I think that's the reason why Food for Less locked their pushing carts. Now, all those a long walk home, and my thighs were rubbing together, I don't care. I cherish that moment with my mom and little brother. Even till this day, it's still my favorite memories of us. Growing up, my mom was always sick, so I learned very young age that I had to grow up quickly. I remember having to ride in the ambulance for her and having to interpret for her at 6 to 7 years old. And that time we weren't Christian yet. Can you imagine what the doctor thought when I told them, "Why is your mom has a headache?" The spirit touched her, and that's why her head hurts.
Now that I think about it, I think it's a little funny. But during that time, I realized that I'm gonna have to be my mother's caretaker. And at that point, she knew she can always count on me. No matter what I'm doing or what time it is, I will always be there for her. And I will always pick my phone whenever she calls. Sometimes you don't have anything to say. Sorry, I can't really see. I'm gonna take this off. Sometimes we don't really have anything to say. Just to say hello, I love you, and I want to hear your voice. I think the hardest part for me is not hearing her voice every day and not hearing her say she loves me. That is what devastates me moving forward. You know, I always felt me and my mom had a bond that was different from me and my other siblings. I've always been very unfiltered with my mom, very open. I would tell her things like my first kiss, and of course other things she probably didn't want to hear. But she would always pretend like she didn't want to hear, but then I could hear her laughing, and I knew she thought it was funny. I still remember one time my sister called me and said, Faye, I don't think Mom want to hear your stories anymore. And I said, that's funny. And I called her up and I told her even more stories. That's just me and my mom's connection, and that's our bond. You see here, okay. But one thing is for sure, I definitely will miss her laugh. Her laugh was so contagious, and I guarantee you that when my mom starts laughing, you will start laughing for no reason as well. And please don't ever make fun of your mom's laugh, because you'll end up laughing just like her, like I do. My mom was beautiful inside and out, charming, brave, loving, funny, smart, and a hustler. She has lived an adventurous life with my stepdad. Although my mom never taught me how to count past 10 in Iu-Mienh, she did teach me how to be independent, strong, and confident. For the longest time, I used to tell my mom that she was lucky to have us kids who loved her the way we did. But Mom, I was absolutely wrong. We were the lucky ones to have you. Because of your love for us, you made us who you are today, and we are here to represent you. Mom, we are here to tell you that we are proud of you. And I want to let you know, Mom, that you never failed us, but you made us stronger. And for that, I want to say you did a great job. Thank you for everything. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for loving your grandkids even more. As much as my mom loved us, like I mentioned, she loved her grandkids even more. This woman has a heart of gold, the most giving person I know. Every month and every birthday, she always tries to make sure that her grandkids get anywhere from $5 to $20, even when she didn't have anything. I would tell Mom, it's okay. You don't have to give them anything. And as nice as she was also very stubborn. She would not take no for an answer, so I just let her. That made her happy. Of course, it made the grandkids even more happy. So, to end this, about 20 years ago, my mom went to a psychic that told her that she will pass away in the age 75. I was so scared that I didn't even want to celebrate her birthday. But when she turned 76, I decided to give her $76. I told her if she wanted the extra $1 next year, She needs to live to 77. And guess what? That lady did it. So last year, I told her that I would give her $78 this year. But unfortunately, she couldn't hold on any longer. It was her time to go. And now she's no longer hurting anymore. May you rest in peace, Mom. You are now our guardian angel. May you watch over us. And even though I couldn't give you $78 on earth, I will one day give you $78 in heaven. I want to thank you, Mom, for giving those extra 2 years to spend with you, and you waiting so long enough to see and hold all of your grandkids. I love you, and I'm hoping you're dancing in heaven right now, smiling down at us. Thank you, everyone. Anybody else have anything to say? And thank you, God, for them. Appreciate it.
Tụi em mà tao có phép được có sao đúng mấy con ok y gì đấy thì sẽ được không cần mấy con thì cần có chiều hỏi được có thời nó tổ đấy được hắn tổ sẽ mà phải nên cái đủ cái lỗ có trở nên như có đi tao nào mà sửa là đúng yếm hóa này có sự chọn cái tao yếm là má tao gì có mình có bà chỉ注意yếm có bà chỉ chú ý mình là mai chỉ hồ có thể phai yếm bấm chỉ tùng chỉ tao nó bên chỉ cha hờ bên hóa tuổi đã chủ hăng nó mình đã bà hăng nó nhé bài yếm dần thở là quật đúng nó chạy vừa chạy gì vừa nghiêng vừa là nghĩ gì vừa đó vừa phải vừa kêu bà cầu tôi lộ coi có Giê-xu má nhiều gì vậy hay cầu tôi biết rồi lộ hóa bây giờ hóa phiêu có nó bề phiêu to nữa vừa sự phiêu nó chạy vừa chạy gì nữa kêu bà được vừa mai rồi tham gì nhau sắp có rồi thôi thì một sẽ phụ nó chạy vừa có phải vừa nghiêng vừa một tỏi xuống sàn vừa con rể vừa thôi quảng suy rồi tham tài như thế mình vừa bùa chỗ anh hấp tỏi có sáu lỗ chỗ bùa tôi chỉ còn thằng nàoจะquan tỏi một tỏi cấp xuân nó kịp vào lỗ hải phun đứaคือba mình một tỏiคือba mình một tỏi là lỗ có phun bùa quỳ bùa cái bùa thế có giờ số thì hồi tài miền và đến ta thì hồi hắn yên chỉ còn hàng tổ đo mình hắn tài thể thầy hồi ta thì hồi sẽ phải bị gá lại thôi bùa phụ này đứa xe gì mình cháu chứ gì anh tăng ở bùa thằng bùa xuống gì có mình bảo hắn xuống bùa bị bảo hóa thì càng gì đi anh chạy bùa béo rồi nhận hàng rồi thì cái này là hắn ta sẽ tàu xuống xuống xe ở con hay có mình bảo luôn nó sẽ bùa cứ tỏi rồi có hay có mình bảo luôn xe tại đứa lại chỉ sao ạ thôi bùa xuống đứa nộp tên rồi quay kia tao mẹ ở kêu mẹ bây giờ lại xuống được một tuần rồi mẹ chạy thì chạy bùa như đứa lại chi mà có gì làm nhưng mà tỏi đi hoa cái quả chắp như bà cổ như thấy gì buồn nó cổ nó nặng là sao mà bố bật đứa cổ như chỉ chứ mình lùi như sắp chứ bảo bố mảng nó bố giúp hải rào ở Hà Nội có bùa thảo có bùa trưởng cháu tên chung năm nhiều tế giờ xuống như hai mình để tháp tỏi hao lù thế tỏi hao lù nó tức quảng tỏi làm nó làm lên gì ồ nhưng mà tỏi y có gì mà nói có tỏi mà hiu ở con này phải là có tề có mà này quên chào rồi có chịu ha đứa tăng đứa y ta cầu thì bùa tao ở mảng đó mà bùa mảng cù phải ở mảng bây giờ xe phải nên tôi bị tin tòng và sự thiên hùng tiền cha để sẽ hồ để mình nên đứa thiên hùng ấy chia thiên hùng tọt rồi mình phải để nè khu nè xe sẽ dùng cho nó nhé bố mình thì nó sẽ chẳng tạo nó mình tạo số hàng nó mình ha một số cái số tình trạng ha hiện đâu cái này nghiêm bố biết gì đâu cái này nghiêm hú là cái gì nghiêm hú là những cái số chuột vào nó bố quản này mà nó để khu ha khu phải xe ha này nữa tay ta cào thì bố hiện xuống hết rồi và tu mạng ngoài mạng bây giờ là ta mạng thế nhiều bây giờ ta cào quân mà ta có giải mà ok mà tao phải cần tao ok mà đi ta cậu quân chỉ liệu vừa tại mạng ọ nó vừa ta cậu ô lai chỉ xin tao thì chưa theo ạ lệnh chỉ chưa yên y thôi với ấm nông chẳng đứa mà bộ mùi liều thì hơi chẳng bảy bộ mình một tỏi chú bè ngồi như tè hậu tài chọn kiến đứa rồi phải hậu đấy hẳn tỏ như xin xây thì ngoài sẽเป็นกระหะลานหอยกี่บุตุกว่านี่เวจูนี่มีที่ต่อนี่เฉียมีที่ต่อเมียที่มุกต่อส่วนเนี่ยไปอยู่นี่เสียเสียท้ายอีวัวสิบุเลยอีหอยตายเนี่ยทุกชื่อสิผู้บรรเตาโอ้เจ้าอาตาชื่อเดียนะอีวัวกับจุนทั่วเมียหัวต่อยหรือทุกแก่ส่วนส่วนป่าในไปจิวแมงลิวไออยู่ที่มีอย่างในทางลานตึกกันได้ตายกูเจ้ากูด้วยยิ่งเสียหมอเพื่อเต้าตายก็ยิ่งเสียที่ส่วนphụ trợ tàu chúng ta anh chỉ thao đi chọn cái thà chơi phụ giờ thì vừa lục bàn năm triệu chưa tỏi khi vừa sửa chèn như vậy công tổng chiếu tỉnh tập vì vừa miền rồi sẽ chủ ha nó bể ha nó dầu như theo vừa sửa chèn như vừa bún giàn và miền vừa tỏi nó ta mảng đấy hạt tỏi như xây thông sản thì đối với cái tàu mà bèn ngọt với chiều vàng như chèn thì vừa dần chưa bèn ngọt nếu xìa phải dịp để xuân tại cho cùi miền chưa yên với cho giảm bột một bò xỉดูว่าเป็นที่มาแปลงอ่อนเนี่ยตายที่เท่าอย่างเสร็จก็สับเปี้ยวตายมาแปลงอ่อนเฉยมาแปลงอ่อนแรงซีโอเชื่อใจกวนน้ำเชื่อหูต่อจีเชื่อเองทางเก่าที่เชื่ออยู่บัวเอเมน
Viewing around here and we're gonna wait for the hearse and we're gonna head over to the cemetery and after that we'll be at my house. We got food and everything laid out, drinks, so everybody meet back there, alright? If you don't have the address, there's pamphlets right there in the front with the address, or just call me. Thank you.
Ông hà lọ lại gì này với và phun nhiều nải ọ nải kiên đấy tao đấy nhầm lại gì với ta giáo lại gì xong tôi chưa thấy phụ chỉ cùng được phải không ai về có xiết ai xiết rồi cho này vượt không
mấy thằng mấy có你可以休息啊，来，你都讲了刚才暑假没落，到那年一个还到我你不嘛，对，一个买呀，到啥到？你讲你休咩？一般都好。哎，你讲你没发到，停就300个休呢哇？没，你讲到哪了嘛？你讲我那休呢？就像你谈那在有避免เพื่อนนะสุดท้ายเสาอยู่นะกี่แข็งสีจุดท้ายอีกอย่างเสานะจุดท้ายห้องคนนี้ห้างนอนนะเห็นนี่กี่ที่อยู่อ่ะนะนี่ก็ห้างนอนนะตั้งชื่อคนที่อยู่นะซึ่งก็จะพูดนะดีร้อนสักอย่างสุดที่สุดก็ไม่เล่าหาฮะต่างๆฮะหรอเป็นน้ำกวางนี่ดูอย่างปลาฟางสู้แต่โอ้เดี๋ยวสุดท้ายกว้างดีอ่ะ
น้ำเชียนะหรือว่าทอเซนี่เชียนะแต่หรือว่าตั้งหรือว่าต่อเซชัวร์ละหรือว่าbây giờ sẽ xe tới chủ gì cao nó quá chủ cháu rồi nhiều rồi quá ta được bữa to chưa đó lâu lắm này bữa to gì đâu ấm cô lại gì